Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video we are doing a pattern haul. Yes, so I went to Joann's and I picked up some patterns, and this pattern haul is a international pattern haul. This pattern haul that I picked up for Black Friday is for two individuals, one from Jamaica and the other one is from Antigua. So before we get started, let's go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload an amazing video like this one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into these patterns. Now, every one that I picked up is 99 cents. Simplicity and Kwik Sew are 99 cents. And if you catch my stories on Instagram, you will know that I said that my Joann's is having new look on sale for 99 cents. So if you want new look patterns, go ahead and get those new look patterns. You have until tomorrow, which is Saturday, in order to get those patterns. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into this pattern haul. All right, so I'm going to start with Jamaica first. And it's only 4 patterns that I picked up for Jamaica. So the first one is Simplicity 9113. Now, I like this pattern. This is a tunic top and pull-on pant pattern. I actually have this pattern, and I think this would be a great business wardrobe pattern that you can use. For those who work outside the home. Even for myself, I work inside my home. I work from home, but I always wear business attire for work purposes, right? So everything that I sew, I always have business attire in mind for the most part, just in case I have to go to a meeting, because, you know, I can still be on team meetings. I still have to go to the office from time to time. So, but I'm 100% remote. So with that being said, it would, for me, when I get around to this pattern, I would sew view C on the pattern. And then there's also pants on the pattern that the model has on, which is view D. So I would sew that C-D combo from the pattern. The fabrics that you can use is pretty much any type of woven fabric of your choosing. Just be sure that you know that you will need buttons. So for view A, you need 7 3/4 inch buttons. View B, you need 1 1/8 inch buttons. And then D, of course, you're gonna need elastic, because these are elastic style pants. But this is Simplicity 9113. Next one is Simplicity 8258. So this is an amazing fit pattern. Now, I do not have this pattern, but I do like the inseam pockets on the dress, and I also like princess seam dresses. So this is one that does that for me, but this is Simplicity 8258. The next one is Simplicity 2247. I have this pattern. I like it because it's an amazing fit pattern, and I love amazing fit, right? Because you could pretty much fit the pattern as you sew. And I believe all amazing fit patterns uses a 1 inch seam allowance instead of your normal 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. But don't quote me on that, because I know majority of the amazing fit patterns uses 1 inch seam allowance instead of 5/8. So for me, I like what the model is wearing. That's the view that I would do when I get around to this pattern. I'm not sure what Miss Jamaica have plans for Simplicity 2247. And for this pattern, you can use any style, any type of fabrics, woven fabric this is not for knits, this is for woven. And for the notions, you need a 22 inch zipper, and you need a hook and eye. If you're doing view A, you need 5 1/2 inch buttons. And then if you're doing view C, you need 2 frog closures as well. So yeah, this is Simplicity 2247. And the last one that I picked up for Jamaica is Mimi G Simplicity 9329. I also have this pattern as well. You can use any type of woven fabric for this pattern. You can also use rayon fabric as well. Now for me, when I get around to this pattern, I plan on doing view A because it's a little longer for my lifestyle versus a shorter dress. And then I also want to close up the back a little bit because it is a deep V in the back, which I'll go ahead and put pictures up of the pattern on the screen. It does have that kind of like a deep V. So what I would do is close it up a little bit so it's not so low in the back. If I make this to wear to work, if I'm just making it to wear out and about and give some sexiness, then I would just leave that V open. But this is Simplicity 9329. Now that's all the patterns that I picked up for Jamaica. Let's go ahead and move over to Antigua. All right, so the first pattern that I picked up for Miss Antigua is Simplicity 8855. I have this pattern. This is knit overalls. So I have not gotten to this pattern yet. However, it's on my list to do as like a little pant series. Maybe sometimes next year. I don't know when I'm going to do a pant series, but I hear you guys want me to do a pant series, kind of like how I did the top series and the skirt series this year. So it's something that I may end up doing. I just don't know when, but stay tuned for that, for a pant series on my channel. But this is knit overalls using Simplicity 8855. The next pattern that I picked up is Simplicity 8560. I did, this one sold very fast when I did the live pattern haul, which I do still have patterns from that as well. You can look up and see which patterns is left. There is a post with the most current patterns that are still left from that live pattern sale. If you are interested in getting patterns, like I said in the video, they're 99 cents except for Berta and Vogue patterns. But this is Simplicity 8560, which is just basically sports bras. So I used to have this pattern. I no longer want this pattern. However, I did pick this up from Miss Antigua, and this is Simplicity 8560. The next pattern is a Mimi G and Norris Donta Ford, his and hers denim jacket utilizing Simplicity 8845. I have this pattern, but I think I don't know when I'm gonna get around to this pattern as well, to be honest, because the top stitching has to be spot on. And because of right now, I do not have a lot of time to be top stitching, changing thread, even though I do have more than one sewing machine. So I could set one up with my regular stitching and then one up for my top stitching. But right now, I just don't have the patience to be doing a lot of top stitching right now, even though I do have some denim and some cool denim buttons that are snaps actually, in order to do this jacket. But this is Simplicity 8845. The next one is Simplicity 8852. You guys know I have done this pattern for my son 3 or 4 times, which it is not going nowhere because my son loves button-down shirts. So I already have on the list to make him about 3 or 4 more in the upcoming year. So of course, I'm gonna do the short sleeves and the long sleeves depending on the season, but this is Simplicity 8852. You can use any woven fabric in order to sew your child, grandchild, niece, nephew, what, you know, daughter, son, whatever, a button-down shirt. But this is Simplicity 8852. Next one, I did this pattern already. I sewed this together, Simplicity 8376. I did this pattern, I want to say about 3 years ago, maybe, yeah, 3 or 4 years ago, when I did this as a 2-piece set. I did like black and white. If I can find the picture, I'll put it up on the screen. I did black and white striped shirt utilizing this pattern. And then I did like these floral pants, which was Simplicity 8378 for that pattern. But I have this pattern, and this is a pattern hacking pattern. This is an amazing, and I think it's like 3, maybe 4 pieces. So this would be awesome to put together really quick and simple knit top. But this is Simplicity 8376. Next one is 8613. I also have this pattern by Norris Donta Ford for Mimi G for Simplicity. But I like this one, even though I wouldn't color block the sleeves or anything like he did. I would just make it subtle, you know, but I do like this one right here. And I also like the Henley style top. This is for knit, so make sure you use knits for this pattern if you have it, but this is Simplicity 8613. Next one is another Norse Dante-Fort pattern, Simplicity 8427. It is a men's button-down shirt pattern. So he has two styles of the collar. He has a pointed collar, which is, what view is this? I don't know what view that is, but you have two collar options. You have the pointed collar right here, or you could use the, it's kind of like a Peter Pan style, but this is the pointed, this is the not so pointed collar right here in the color block. I like the color block style better than the pointed, but this is Simplicity 8427. The next one is 8652. This is just basically a really basic skirt pattern. You can use any type of fabric. Highly recommended for bottom weight fabrics or woven fabrics for this pattern. Once again, this is Simplicity 8652. Next pattern is Simplicity 8180. You guys have seen this pattern in the last pattern haul for one of the international pattern hauls. This is a go-to for boys and men if you are trying to make ties for your little fellows, right? So this is, they say it's a 3-hour sew, but I believe if you're making a tie, you can make it in 2 hours. For the shirt, start to finish after cutting it out, you could get the entire thing done in 3 to 4 hours, even for my slow sewers, you know. But this is Simplicity 8180. All right, so the next one is a shacket pattern. So if you are on IG, you know you have seen so many sewists sew this pattern in the last 2 or 3 weeks. This is Simplicity 9388. It's on my list to sew. I'm looking for some plaid for this shacket. So I really want to do view A before the winter time is over. I want to add a hood to it. I know you guys are just like, probably like, what? You want to add a hood to it? This is supposed to be a shacket, not a hood jacket, but I really want to add a hood to it, so I might have to self-draft my own hood to add to the shacket, but I do have plans on sewing this by the end of the year or before winter is out. Before the spring, I should say. I want to sew a shacket. But this is Simplicity 9388. The fabric options is basically any type of fabric of your choosing, preferably woven fabric, like your broadcloth, your Ankara print, your cotton fabric, your linen fabric, your denim, flannel, you name it. Any type of woven fabric would work for this pattern, Simplicity 9388. And the last pattern that I picked up for Miss Antigua is Kwik Sew 3793. This is also a learn to sew pattern, so it's like an easy pull on pants and shorts for a men. So this is men's sleeve pants and shorts. The fabrics that you can use is cotton, flannel. You can use fleece, you can use broadcloth. So basically any woven style fabric you can use in order to create this pattern. This is Kwik Sew 3793. All right, that's all of the patterns that I picked up in this pattern haul for both Jamaica and Antigua. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. And stay tuned because I'm going right back to Joann's now to pick up some more patterns. So just be surprised on what patterns I picked up next. So until next time, keep sewing.